uSports Central, Adam Deal, Charles, Ashley. Listen, District 5 is settled. Valley's won the district. Things are a little bit more interesting now. Rio Grande wins their second straight. Rio Grande all of a sudden propelled in the tournament, in my opinion, your opinion as well. Yeah. Albuquerque, though, they've slipped 4 of their last 5. They've lost 3 straight, and now they're going to take on a West Mesa Mustang that just beat a Trisco Heritage, who is 4-3 in district and in sole possession of second place. West Mesa could lock that up. Lock it up with a win, but it's going to have to be at Albuquerque High. Guys like Isaiah Curley's going to have to be firing on all cylinders. This is always a tough one to predict, Charles.
Yeah, this district is tough. I think these 2 districts, that District 1 and that District 5, have really demonstrated this year how hard it is to win your district or even just get comfortable wins, because the teams know each other so well. But this game is going to be so important because West Mesa, at the first time these guys met, they started off slow. Albuquerque High was able to build a nice enough lead to where they could cruise a little bit. Then Wasana got hot. West Mesa made a furious run to close the gap. Fell short, but if I'm West Mesa, I'm confident because, as you mentioned, this Bulldog team, they're reeling. I don't know if it's the chemistry of the team or if it's what's going on in the locker room. You never know what's going on with teams, but who cares what's going on? They got to find a way to win.
We were so high on West Mesa at the beginning of the year, and
yes,
they slipped up in district a little bit, and we kind of lost that. You look at them now; they're 4-3. A win against Albuquerque High, 5-3, finished second in district, and now maybe, just maybe, Charles. Actually, I'm going to say it. If they finish second in district, they will get a home game. They will. There's argument that they should get a home game if they finish third. And if Albuquerque High finishes third, that could be trouble. Let me tell you why. Another thought process here is, what if a Trisco Heritage wins?
They're done.
Aren't they? Albuquerque High. Well, okay, so Albuquerque High, though,
Rio Grande, though. We're talking Rio Grande. Rio Grande beats Valley.
Could tie Albuquerque High, and that wouldn't be good. That would not be good for the Bulldogs. That's all I have to say. It's already not good for the Bulldogs. I have to believe that this Bulldog team that's got a fantastic resume at the beginning of the season, started 9-0, started 14-1. I have to believe that team is still there. You see here, look, they had a huge lead late. Wasani got hot. Wasani was able to give West Mesa the lead. This is the first time they played here in district play. This game was back and forth. How about Bump, though? He scored the last 10 points in this game to give Albuquerque High School the win, Charles. I think the Bulldogs revenge it. I think they have to win, and they will win.
You think they will win? I'm stuck on the fence here because this is a West Mesa team that's confident that they can beat this Bulldog team. You have a Bulldog team where, if you remember at the beginning of the year, my only question was, how would they handle success and the pressures of success? So now we're going to see, because this is a must-win game for them as far as seeding. You want a home game because the way that the seedings are working out, in my opinion, West Mesa win this game. I can see West Mesa getting a 7 or 8 seed. Now you put the Bulldogs in at 10 or 11. You mentioned it yesterday. Yes, you don't want to see a Bulldog team at 10 or 11 if you're a higher seed.
No.
But I'm looking at it as that's a reeling Bulldog team. I would like to see them because they're still struggling. I still got to get my boys to win because I think they're going to find a way to win it. What the problem is, they need someone else to step up besides a Bump and an Armijo. These guys have been carrying the team all year. They need these other guys to do their job and help out.
Get into 60 points, Albuquerque High wins it. West Mesa, I think, wants to slow this down. I don't think Albuquerque High should slow it down. And
Which
I think
is
that
crazy,
was their problem. Exactly.
Because West Mesa wanted to run in the beginning of the year.
That was the problem, I think, in the first game, is Albuquerque High tried to slow it down and protect their lead. Yeah. Then it was trouble. They did it against the Valley. Score. Albuquerque gets above 60, they win. If it stays below 60, I think West Mesa is going to find a way to pull it out.
Okay.
But I will say, I say it's 63 to 56. And I'm going to go Albuquerque High.
Okay. I'm going to 65, 62 game. It's going to be close. Bulldogs going to pull it out, but it's going to be close. It's going to be a nail biter.
I think it'll be close, too. It has a lot to do with the standings and the seedings going into the seeding and selection show. Let's move on, Charles. Let's talk about now what we think is the biggest matchup so far that we've covered here this year in high school hoops. Round 1 was amazing. At Cleveland High School, that place was jam-packed.
Hot, too.
Probably about a couple hundred from a sellout. You could see the student section there for Cleveland. On the near side, Rio Rancho's just as ginormous. But you know who was hot? This guy. Brady Patterson was hot. Drops 46 in this one, Charles. I thought that Cleveland would win that game. You thought Rio Rancho would win. You called it on the road. It was huge. Marcus Williams had a nice game, but he didn't get going till late.
Well, I had a feeling that Patterson was going to come out and kind of take it personal this game. You know, no, people were not talking about him as much. Jones was getting a lot of the accolades and the praise, and you could tell from the very beginning that their goal was to get Brady heated up right here to fake it, knocks it down. If you're Cleveland, the second time around, you have to know if we can stop Brady Patterson, if we can get Tyndall or Gibson to shadow him and force everyone else on Rio Rancho to make plays, Cleveland can be confident. But Wally did the same thing that I think Coach Garcia did. They slowed the pace down after they got such a big lead and allowed Cleveland to force some turnovers, make some shots, get some confidence, and get back into the game. As you see the score right there, it's 44-40 Rio Rancho after being up nearly 20.
If the Rams can stay out of foul trouble, they're going to win this game, I think. And you know why I have to say that is because I disrespected Brady Patterson, saying
you did,
you know, how I thought he was the second best player in the state, and then he did stuff like that, right? Buzzer beater, 46 points. I will not do that to him and his family ever again. So I will take Brady Patterson. I will take my alum, the Rams, in this one. I will not be shocked, obviously, if Cleveland wins. Why would you be shocked if they're 23-2? I feel like the Rams, for some reason, just have the matchups that they want here. Cleveland, they have to stay away from relying on Ryan Jones and get it into Marcus Williams. Can they get it into Marcus Williams and let him open it up for Ryan Jones? I've yet to see it. And they struggled against Siebla the other night, Charles. They pulled it out, but I still think Cleveland's missing something right now. I think Rio Rancho wins this game. I think it's a high-scoring game again. I'm going to say 81-78.
I got something for you, my man.
Okay.
Let's not forget that Rio Rancho was losing, that had two players out of this game, Parnell and Ortiz Epino, out of this game. So now you're talking about a Rio Rancho team saying, hey guys, we beat them shorthanded on the road. We needed a phenomenal game out of Patterson to get this win. But to your points with Marcus Williams, no one on this court can guard Marcus Williams. And if they can find a way to get Marcus Williams the ball, he can have a monster game, 30-15 type of game, but I don't see them doing this. I see them doing what they've been doing all year, relying on Jones, and then when Jones gets in trouble, he passes it and hopes someone knocks down a shot. If they run the offense through Marcus Williams, I see them running away with this. But I gotta go with Walter Salado to pull this off on senior night.
So we're both gonna go Rio Rancho?
I'm going Rio Rancho to get the doozy. 2 wins against Cleveland, which will lock up a 3 seed, in my opinion, for Rio Rancho.
It will not lock up a 3 seed.
Lock it up.
I'll tell you why. Because they'll tie in the district. They'll have a district tiebreaker.
Not in my mind. Not in my mind, and not in the voters' mind. I don't think. I think
they could potentially play 2 more times after
this. They can,
this.
but I think they lock
And so if Cleveland wins those next 2, how are you going to put Rio Rancho above
You're assuming
Cleveland?
that Cleveland's going to be the volcano team now. I don't know. See,
I'm just telling you, how's that a lock? You can't call it a lock.
I'm going with a lock.
You're out of control.
I'm going with a lock.
That is a terrible call to call it a lock.
I'm going with a lock if they win this game. 3.
Well, I will
what
tell.
Do you think?
Well, this is what I'll say. I'll tell you as the fan that it will not be a lock if Rio Rancho wins.
They're gonna lock this up.
But will it put them in great position to get a top 3 seed?
Where they play the tiebreaker game at?
Yes.
That shouldn't be a tiebreaker. Where they're playing that game at?
It would be a neutral court, and I'm guessing.
Volcano.
I'm guessing it would be where if Siebla and Volcano on the girls' side tie, it would be at probably somewhere where they can fit both of those games in.
So Volcano?
So no. I don't know. They would want to have a doubleheader though. The NMAA. Yeah. There'd be a lot more.
Why do we have to have a tiebreaker if you win 2 games over somebody?
Look, who knows if it happens, right? But that's the matchup that we have in front of us. It is beautiful. We'll have it here on for you Friday night, uSports Network. Keep it right here. It's uSports Central.